Let's be real, if you're a parent, you know the struggle. You want to see your child do well, but getting them to actually focus on their studies, yeah, that can feel like a real uphill battle. So in this explainer, we're going to break down some super practical strategies to help nurture that focus.
Does this sound familiar? You find yourself wondering why your child just can't seem to concentrate on their homework for more than 5 minutes? Well, I want you to know you are definitely not alone. This is hands down one of the most common challenges for parents today.
Okay, so first things first, let's all take a deep breath. The good news here is that for most kids, especially those around 10 years old, this isn't usually some big, serious medical problem. It almost always comes down to attention and habits, which means it's something we can absolutely work on. So let's start by really understanding the problem. You see, the challenges to a child's focus today are just, well, they're completely different from what they were a generation ago. But with a few smart parenting strategies, you can make a huge difference. And here it is, the root of this very modern problem. With phones, tablets, and games just a swipe away, a kid's brain gets used to this constant stream of instant rewards and excitement. It makes the quiet, steady focus that you need for studying feel, incredibly boring and difficult by comparison. So, the big question is, what can we do about it, like right now? Well, this brings us to some immediate fixes we can put in place for two of the biggest areas: those digital distractions and the way we approach study time itself. Now, the solution isn't to just ban all screens entirely, let's be honest. That can often backfire. It's really all about creating a clear and consistent structure. So first, you've got to set a firm daily time limit. Second, make screen time the reward they get after their work is done. And third, and this is a big one, protect their sleep by cutting off all screens at least an hour before bed. So what's that magic number for screen time? Well, the general recommendation is to limit the entertainment stuff to just 30 to 45 minutes a day. That's it. It's a clear, manageable goal that saves plenty of time for all the other important things, like, homework and playing outside. All right, now let's talk about the actual studying. Just telling a kid to go study is pretty much a recipe for disaster, right? They'll be bored in minutes. But when you get involved, maybe you use some fun flashcards, or you just sit with them while they work, you can completely transform a chore into a shared and way more engaging activity. Here is a fantastic tool you can try. It's called the Pomodoro technique, but adapted for kids. The idea is super simple. They study with full focus for 25 minutes, and then they get a 5-minute break. That's it. This little structure is amazing because it prevents them from getting totally burnt out, and it actually trains their brain to work really hard in short, manageable bursts. Okay, so we've covered some great immediate tactics. But for real long-term success, we need to build a healthy foundation. So now, let's look at how we can create a lifestyle that naturally gets their brain ready and able to focus. Let's start with a simple number: 1 hour. That's the absolute minimum amount of outdoor play your child should be getting every single day. Physical exercise isn't just about getting tired, it actually boosts brain activity and blood flow, which is directly tied to better memory and concentration. It's a total game changer. And just as important as running around is, well, lying still. Sleep. 9 to 10 hours a night is absolutely essential. While they're sleeping, their brain is busy processing all the information from the day, locking in memories and recharging. If they don't get enough sleep, focus is one of the very first things to go out the window. You know the saying, you are what you eat? Well, that really goes for the brain too. Think of it like putting the right fuel in a car. By swapping out junk food and sugary drinks for brain-boosting foods, we're talking fruits, nuts, eggs, green veggies, you're giving their brain the high-quality nutrients it needs to concentrate. Oh, and don't forget tons of water. So how do you make all of this happen? The play, the sleep, the healthy food. The secret ingredient that holds it all together is a consistent daily routine. When kids know what to expect and when to expect it, there are way fewer battles over screen time or homework. A predictable schedule for studying, playing, and sleeping helps build all these good habits almost automatically. Consistency is everything. Okay, we've talked about a lot of practical stuff, but now we need to talk about what might be the single most important piece of the puzzle: your relationship with your child. All of these strategies work so much better when they're built on a foundation of a strong, supportive, emotional connection. It's so easy to fall into the trap of scolding them when they get distracted or comparing them to another child.
But honestly, that can just crush their confidence and make the whole problem worse. You know what's way more effective? Catch them doing something right. Praising even the small efforts and achievements builds the confidence they need to tackle the bigger challenges. You can also actively teach them how to learn more effectively. So encourage them to do a little bit of revision every day instead of cramming at the last minute. Simple things like reading their notes out loud, using mind maps, and really focusing on understanding stuff instead of just memorizing facts can make a world of difference. And remember to look a little deeper. Sometimes a child's trouble with focusing isn't really about the schoolwork at all. It could be a sign that they're stressed or anxious or afraid of failing. So make time to just talk, and more importantly, to really listen without jumping in to judge or fix it. Now, while most of these focus issues are totally manageable with new habits, it's also important to know when you might need some extra support. If you start noticing more extreme symptoms like these, like they're forgetting names of people they know well, or they're extremely hyperactive, or just show a total disinterest in everything, it's always a good idea to check in with a pediatrician or a child psychologist. So we have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From screen time rules to memory tricks to emotional support, but it all really comes down to a simple but really powerful parenting formula. Here it is. This is the core message. The combination that truly works is these three things: love, which gives them safety and confidence; discipline, which creates clear boundaries; and routine, which builds those healthy habits over time. And please, remember, this is a slow and steady process. So be patient with your child and be patient with yourself too. So we'll leave you with this one question. Don't feel like you have to go home and change everything all at once. That's overwhelming. Just think, out of everything we talked about, what is the one small manageable change you can start with today? Because that first tiny step, that's always the most important one.